Yeah, I feel like my impatience really shows when I play neutral because I'm always like something needs to happen. I need to hit him or he's not gonna approach me, so I have to be the one who initiates things. But I guess it doesn't always have to be like that,
Well, here's the
especially if
thing.
I'm playing like a floaty character.
Here's the thing too is the way that the game is designed as far as competitively is if you have a percent lead, right? You don't
Hmm.
have to approach. You've earned the right to not approach, if that makes sense. So
Mm,
let's say, for example, if I were to hit you like this, of course, this is not a huge lead by any means, but if for whatever reason somehow the game ended like this, I would win,
hmm.
right?
Okay.
Which means that you have the
Hmm.
incentive to try and tie up this game. Of course, this is basically nothing as far as you hit me with one jab and we're tied. As far as if you want to try and make something happen or not, you should always be looking at the time and the percent, or sorry, your percent and the time to say, do I actually have to make something happen?
Okay. Hmm.
If you're up by 40%, 60%, 100%, or even a stock, you don't have to do anything, right? If let's say for example, let's say we go like this, and I'm up by this much,
Hmm.
and then you sit over there and you go like this the entire game because you want me to approach you. I don't have to do
Yeah.
anything, right? I don't have to, even if it feels super awkward and it's like, well, we're not even really playing the game. I can put my controller down, and if you don't want to do anything, you lose, right?
Yeah.
So it's not my fault if you don't want to make something happen.
Mm,
So same thing as the roles will reverse. If you're destroying somebody or destroying me, let's say we're playing right now, and you get a good tip or F smash or whatever, and you kill me, if you wanted to
hmm.
run away for the rest of the game, you could. The only issue is that if you run away too much, you might leave punishes on the table where I can make a comeback by playing very, very recklessly. Because let's say, for example, if you're running away and I go like this, or I'm going like this, or I'm throwing out stuff like this, or going like this, or whatever I'm doing, just things that are super unsafe to do, even though you
Hmm.
have a lead, if you run away from me and just do nothing, eventually
Mm.
I'm going to throw out something that's super wild and potentially catch you,
Ah,
right?
okay.
Because you're
Yeah.
not trying to counterattack me. So even though
Hmm.
you do have a lead and you don't have to approach, you still want to, in quotations, I guess, camp in someone's face, which means that if they
Hmm.
happen to make a mistake in front of you, you're right there to do something about it. So if I do happen to throw, like,
Yeah.
let's say an F smash like this and I miss, you can go for Dancing Blade or jump in with Nair, or you can go for pivot cancel forward tilt or whatever you want. So I can't just throw this out for free and think that, oh, that was lucky, like nothing happened. I'll just do it again, and eventually I'll catch up to you. Right? I have to still
Yeah.
play safe even though I'm losing. Oh my god, how'd that miss? This
Oh.
character sucks. What's he doing? What am I doing?
No. Whoa, what was that? Wow.
I'm going for the mix, bro.
Oh, that was nice.
Oh man. Huh? Oh.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
he's nice. It's gonna poke your toes a couple times.
No.
Oh man. Oh. Okay. He actually tried it. He's wild.
No. Oh, no.
What? You always cheating?
What? Why didn't it hit your toes?
So I moved him.
Oh my god. I did the same thing
I gotta
twice.
keep my toes safe, bro. I don't know what that means. Oh man. He's actually wild.
What's the I should just jump out like when you do air combos like that, huh? Like when you do up tilt, I just stay there and then you just combo me like four more times
Oh yeah, that's what I'm
until I
saying
move or
from
something.
before, right? You got to try and use your double jump or your air dodge to get out of stuff. Because if I'm going like this, it's just
Okay.
not true, right?
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
punishing you for trying to come down
That's fine.
aggressive like this or like this, right?
Okay.
Or
I gotta
sometimes even
stop
when you go
doing that.
like
Okay.
this, your hitbox is above you, right? It's just not going to save you.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, let's keep going.
Gotcha.
God. Okay, the mix. Yeah, he's learning.
Okay, it's coming. It's coming. No,
Yo,
that was terrifying. Ah.
yo, oh, he's just
Oh
dead.
man.
Damn, bro.
That was terrifying. You just like stood there. I was like, oh no.
And
Okay.
that's just
All right.
part of the mix, right? Just trying to change up the tempo of the game so it's not too constant to say, okay, every time I get close, I do the same thing, right?
Hmm.
I got
Yeah.
to make sure. So I was like, I run up to you and crouch. I run up to you and then start walking. I run up to you and then I'll go for a grab or I'll go for a jab or I'll do an empty hop. So it's not like every time I run at you, I just go for a fair or run at you into dancing
Okay.
blade, right? You have so many different
Yeah.
moves and so many different ways you can change up your timing. There's almost, actually, no, there literally is no reason to ever do the same thing every single time. There just is no reason,
Right.
right? The only way you should ever do the same thing every single time is if your opponent is also doing the same thing every single time and you're doing a direct counter to what they're doing. That's the only time,
Um.
right?
Hmm. Yeah.
But so for example, if I'm playing a character that has like really short range but a super strong smash attack, let's say like Game and Watch or Mario or something like that. If I just run up to you and I just F
Hmm.
smash you, there's no reason for you to try and space around. You can just run up to me and shield every single time, and then you can grab or up B or up smash out of shield and just punish me for doing the same thing every single time. But a situation like that
Hmm.
is so outrageously rare that even then, like that's within a vacuum, then sure you could do that, but it's very, very unlikely that would ever happen in a real game. If someone just only did this and that's it, then
Yeah.
yes, you could run up to them and just shield the entire time.
Oh. No,
Oh, like
please.
this. How did you die? There's no way. You're trolling. You have to be trolling. Oh, you jumped so early. That's why, bro.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh man. Ultimately, what it really boils down to is just try to be very aware while playing.
Hmm.
Right? I'm definitely not beating you. I'm not beating you by just doing whatever I want. Right? If I just did whatever I
Hmm.
wanted, in some cases you can have a very, very strong autopilot.
Yeah.
But if all I wanted to do, let's just say, was run in and get grabs, I'd probably be losing. Right?
Mm.
I have to adjust to whatever you're
Okay.
doing. Doesn't matter what level you're at. If I don't adjust and I just play the way I want to, in some cases it'll work, but in a lot of cases it won't. Right? If you're just like, let's say,
Mm.
running up to me and going like this, and all I want to do is run up to you and go like this, or like go up for a shield and then like shield grab you, it's not gonna work. You're
Yeah.
gonna be breaking my shield constantly, right?
Mm. Doesn't that come with experience though? Because
Hmm.
sometimes it's like, how do I know how to go in with like intention? Because like what you're telling me right now is every interaction that we have, you're being very intentional about your options.
Yeah,
But for me, it's like I kind of don't have that ingrained. So it's like
it's gonna
we'll
take
just have
time
to
though.
see.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
It
Okay.
takes time with anything, right? Here's the thing. For some reason, a lot of players think of Smash or video games like as a whole, something that is not something that doesn't have to be like learned or exercised for a very long time, right? Like if you're learning how to
Hmm.
read music or speak another language or play a sport or doing something in school, it doesn't matter what it's like, whatever your major is in school, all these things take hours or months or years to get good at, right?
Hmm.
But when it comes to a
Yeah.
game, people are like, I should be good instantly. It's like, well, why?
Hmm.
How is this any different than
Yeah.
playing the guitar? It's not.
Yeah.
It's going to take a long time, right?
Hmm.
So, as far as experience goes, it's like, yeah, it's going to take time to, let's say, get the autopilot up to snuff with what you're trying to pull off. So, let's say, for example, if you're running in and down tilting and I'm going like this, the more experienced you
Yeah.
are, the faster you'll be able to recognize that what I'm doing to counterattack you, and then you'll be able to jump in and adjust faster. So instead of running up and down tilting
Mm.
3 or 4 times and losing this interaction every single time, instead of just going for
Yeah.
down tilt a fifth time, just go like this instead and catch me, or dash back and then S smash me as I land. Or if I'm going like, let's
Hmm.
say like this and running away, if I go like this, you could try and catch me on shield and then up you at a shield or grab me. Or if I go like this and run away, you could just chase me and go for a dash attack or a pure cancel forward tilt, right? Or you
Okay.
can chase and go for a double edge dance or a dancing blade,
Yeah.
right?
Hmm. Is there like is there a way to kind of speed up that process of adapting, or
Paying attention.
is it just
100%.
yeah?
I would
Okay.
say this is, it almost sounds hilarious or almost like a slap on the face to say this, but it's the truth. Is paying attention
Yeah.
is the fastest way to learn how to do this stuff. Because you could be
Okay.
someone who could be practicing, and I could even say guitar again. Let's say you play the piano or you play guitar, and all you do is you play your favorite song, and that's it. And you don't learn
Yeah.
anything new ever. You never challenge yourself. So it's like, okay, so what can you do? It's like, well, I know how to play this. Then you show somebody, they're impressed. Like, okay, well, what else do you know? It's like, I don't know anything. It's like, well, you said you've been playing guitar for 7 years. How do you only know one song? It doesn't make any sense, right?
Yeah.
Or you, let's say in the case of that, maybe you know 5 songs or something, or you don't know how to solo or whatever it is. If you are actively paying attention to what you're learning and actually applying it, then you can build off of that, right? So you're not gonna, let's say, spend the next 5 years working on neutral interactions only, right? You'll spend some time
Yeah.
doing neutral, then you'll do ledge trapping, then tech chasing, then juggling, then conditioning, then creative mix-ups. You'll be paying attention to shield health. So let's say as someone's shield's going down, this could also change what moves you're going to do as well too. Because you could be getting shield
Yeah.
pokes and hitting me in the feet or in the head, or you could be going for a shield break as well since you have shield breaker, right? And these are things that you might not be
Yeah.
you might not be paying attention to them right now, and you don't really have to in the learning stages, right? In the learning stages, you just try and get one part of the curriculum down, or one of the topics that we're talking about down, and then you continuously move over and over, right?
Yeah. So like building blocks essentially.
Yeah, and
Mm,
the more
okay.
the more that you actually retain the information that you're getting or that you're actually trying to practice, then you can continuously move on after, and then you can apply those things in a real life setting, right? So let's say, for example, if we're only working on spacing like this, right? And this is the only thing you ever talk about space, or the only thing you ever practice with your spacing. Eventually, you'll get very good at it, right? But then you're going to now use that in a real life setting and say, okay, so when I'm fighting against somebody, why would I want to do this? Do I want to get a tipper? Do I want to play? Do I want to space around somebody's shield to stay safe by trying to bait something out of shield? And there's more reasons to do this, and you'll also get experience to say, when I hit someone's shield with this, how does the average person react?
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Does the average person stay in shield? Does the average person like up-beat a shield immediately? Do they try and grab? Like, do they fair at a shield? Like, what do they do? Right?
Man, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's a long thought process.
Oh,
Dang.
there's tons. There's literally
Oh,
tons, bro.
well,
And I say this. Here's the thing. It's something that you can be proud of at the end of the day, to say like, I've put the time in, and I'm an experienced, I guess, proud player, right? Respectable player,
yeah.
because I know what
Yeah.
I'm doing, or I know what I'm talking about, or I know how to demonstrate what I'm trying to pull off, right? And you can see that through results in tournaments, or montages, or even just looking at your replays and saying, oh, like if you look at like an old replay of yourself, you can be like, this is what I should have done. This is why I died. This is why I lost. And as you get experience, you'll understand why you would come to certain conclusions. I know, like that's the thing. Like, as far as just, it's a very broad question to ask as far as how do you get better, or how do you get more or get experience faster.
Yeah.
I guess the answer realistically is just don't waste your time while you're trying to get experience, right? Don't fight with the intent to just keep your hands moving and have your brain turned off because you just want to pass the time.
Yeah.
If that's what
Yeah.
you're doing, then you're not going to get better realistically. Like, your execution might get better, but your knowledge of frame data is not going to get better. Your combo game's not really going to get better. Your matchup knowledge is not going to get better, right? You might just get faster at your execution of what you currently know.
Right.
If you don't know any combos, just playing for 7.5 hours is not going to make you learn combos. Right? You should look
Yeah,
up,
true.
like literally look them up. Go in the training room and try them out. Right? Try them at different percents. Try them with staling on. Try them with versus heavy characters, or light characters, or characters with frame one escape options, or fast followers. Try all this stuff, because as much as it sounds like it's a lot of stuff, I promise you, every pro player has done this. All of them. That's why they're pros.